to the Pie Martins class story. We are on part 4, I think, of the world's best teachers. We're still persevering with Mr. and Mrs. Lovey-Dovey. Mwah. It's all good, isn't it? Alright, so we just remember we had an update about the fact that they have just got married in their weird outfits of knitting and curtains. Let's see what happens and why they are the world's worst teachers. Meanwhile, Miss Dovey wore an enormous puff of a dress that was fashioned from net curtains. It made her look like a meringue. Although the kids were missing lessons, nothing could be more boring than a marriage service that lasted 9 hours. It was such a bum-numbing lengthy because the groom insisted on reading aloud a 10,000-line love poem he'd written about his bride. "You are the angel of my heart. In front of you I would not fart, or burp, or scratch my bottom, because you, Miss Dovey, are the one." The bride, meanwhile, had written a 4-hour opera about the groom, which he sang in German. The Lovey-Dovey spent lessons forcing their Well, of course, the boy was the ultimate teacher's pet. He received top marks in everything. 100%, 101%, 1,000,000%. In English classes, he would put his hand up after every single sentence his dear papa uttered. "Yes, my angel sent from heaven?" Mr. Lovey-Dovey would ask. "Daddy Waddy?" "Yes, Sonny Wunny. I just needed to telly-welly you that you are the mostest, wostest, wondermental papa poo-poo-poo in the whole wide worldy-woo-wah." Mr. Lovey-Dovey would burst into floods of tears. "Aboo! I love you so much, my heart is full of to bursting." Then he would scamper down the corridor to find his wife, drag her out of her history classroom and into his. "Yes, my hubby-wubby," she would ask. "I just wanted to thank you for giving me the greatest gift life could ever offer." "What is that? Please, pray tell." "This perfect child of ours." Then it would be Mrs. Lovey-Dovey's turn to burst into tears. "Aboo!" "Why are you crying, Mamma?" the boy would ask. "Because I'm the happiest, wappiest mumkins in the whole wide world." This would make the boy burst into tears too. "Aboo! I am the happiest, wappiest, sappiest son." Then the trio would all embrace and weep some more, as they were the happiest, zappiest, battiest family who ever lived. Aboo! Yuck, 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 and more yuck. The Lovey-Doveys needed everyone to know how much they adored each other, so one morning they hosted an assembly together. The theme they picked was "Love, Sweet Love." As the family shuffled into the sports hall, dressed as huge pink love hearts, the kids burst out laughing. Mr. Lovey-Dovey looked most displeased. "Quiet, please! There is absolutely nothing funny about dressing like this." "Yes, there is," shouted a joker from the back. "You look like a pink wafer." "We are dressed like this," continued Mrs. Lovey-Dovey, "so we can celebrate our most wondermental love with you all. Every morning after we wake up," added Master Lovey-Dovey, "we spend a few hours telly-welling each other how much we love each other. So today we're going to share it with the holy-woly school. So perhaps one day you can all be as lovely-wovely woo-wah as us." This is a sickening picture of their lovey-woviness. It's rather sickening in their little pink outfits. They do look like wafers, don't they? How are we doing? We might have to stop in a minute. Ugh! The whole school groaned. What terrific bores this family were. "Daddy Waddy?" "Yes, Sonny Wunny." "You're being whiny. So these nasty rotten children, how wondermental, it doesn't make any sense. So Sonny Wunny." "Yes, Sonny Wunny." "You beginny winny. So these nasty rotten children, how wondermental we are." Mr. Lovey-Dovey took a deep breath, turned to his wife and began. "Every morning at dawn I say to my wife, 'I love you more than rainbows.'" Then Mrs. Lovey-Dovey turned to her son and said, "And I say to my son, 'I love you more than moonbeams.'" Then Master Lovey-Dovey turned to his father and said, "And I say to you, Papa Poo-Poo, I love you more than ice cream." Then they all burst into floods of tears. Boo! Vom! This went on and on and on and on and on. Onning and onning and onning. For the last time, you need to look up that word in the Wham's dictionary. The Williamson dictionary. The assembly was going on all day. The tears flowed and flowed. Puddles of them formed, then pools, then lakes. The kids in the sports hall soon realised that they were ankle deep in tears. "I love you more than snowflakes. I love you more than rose petals. I love you more than sunshine. Boo!" This was dangerous. There was a very real chance they could drown in tears. Next the kids were up to their knees, slosh. Then they were up to their waists, slosh. Before long They were up to their chests. Slosh! Only their heads were bobbing above the tears. They screamed for help. And we're going to leave it there to find out what happens to them. But we'll wait until Monday. Okay.